Hello, I'm Johannes Pannekoek. I'm a West Australian artist and I've been at Sculpture by the Sea now at Bondi this is my third time. And this one this year is called Lifeblood. I designed the piece based on rivers and tributaries, and out of that came this ophidian form, which I was really happy with. You know, as we know, rivers and tributaries are the lifeblood of the planet. We need to sustain these. If you look around it, you'll see the way the patina creates these beautiful patterns where the viscosity of water and the curve and the gravity causes the runoff in different places. And then themselves look like rivers and tributaries themselves. The initial process I used is actually a very time-honoured process. It's not CAD. I'm a very hands-on creator. So it's paper, glue, scissors, recycled printing plate. When I have a very mature maquette, that's at the point I really go into engineering. I reverse engineer it by 3D scanning it, and then I can actually get behind the computer and edit the lines. That's the only time really I do any computer work on it. Then I'm confident totally of being able to cut every piece. There's about 29 pieces in this. It's a 1.2 tonne of Core 10 steel. Surprisingly, after all that effort, there's this euphoric moment when you have this piece done in your workshop and you look back at the maquette and you do a diagonal measurement, and yes, it's about 20 millimetres out, which is pretty extraordinary, So to expand your maquette into something which is 10, 15 times, and that's the joy of it really. The joy of making is in my veins really. I feel that as an artist, it's very privileged to make works. We often we might connect a statement about sustainability to it, but we also need to do that from the heart. And since 2020, I've offset all my works. It's not a difficult process. In this particular one, the emissions output on this was 9.5 tonnes. That included my fabrication, it included the energy I used, but most of all, it includes the transport and from Perth to Sydney. You know then that you've paid forward for what you're producing basically. This year, and quite often, when you see a person connect to the work, that makes it worth it. Only on the first day of installation here, there was a gentleman a truck driver who was actually still putting other gear in, walked around it, and you could see that he actually connected. He came across to me and he said, "What culture does this come out of?" He said, "It reminds me of my hometown in New Zealand, and I really feel this is part of my culture." So it was really interesting. So to see a person connect in any form is just a wonderful thing. And I encourage them actually to come up close amongst it and see the negative space. It's got a 360-degree sort of view to it, and particularly from the rear, facing around on the other side, you'll see this light movement, and you'll see how it touches the ground lightly. And I hope they enjoy the exhibition this year.